Welcome back to my channel. In the previous video, summer started to approach and the garden is pretty much cleaned up, but of course it's still an ongoing process. In this video, I'm gonna be taking you along with me to start fixing up little by little our second house. Yes, that's right, we have another house that we bought that also needs a little bit of a renovation, and you'd be surprised with how much we got it for. Compared to our own house, this one is more empty and more easier to fix up because of its size and its shape. This house even has a proper sauna and it looks brand new, like no one has used it, which is a plus. We then got this other room here, which I believe this used to be a bedroom just because it actually has a walk-in closet, but I did not show you that. It's got big windows, which is great because you get a lot of natural lighting inside and you get to see the lush greenery outside. We then move on to the living room slash kitchen, and this space also used to have its own bathroom, but the toilet itself is missing, but that's not really a problem because we can just get a fresh new one. And we're currently and finally working at the other house, which I briefly mentioned in some of my videos. And as you can probably tell by the videos, the layout of the house is really good. It's really good. And actually, as a matter of fact, this house was combined. So this whole space that I am now, which is the kitchen slash living room and also has its own toilet. This used to be its own house, but then the owners, before, they decided to extend it, making it to be an L shape, but still layout is very good. I think they made it very well. Only problem is it has a few things that needs to be fixed, such as electricity and all of that, but those are minor details that can be fixed within no time. So currently the plan is to sort out the garden yet again because we want to get rid of the grass. And we are currently trying to fix the first room on the other side of the house. We already started putting some wallpaper on there and it looks so much more better. And we're just trying to make it look more presentable, and then once all the rooms are sorted somehow and completely cleaned out and freshened up, we will then start to, of course, focus on the other things such as the water, electric and everything. But this, and another little side note, we call this house, or used to call this house, the therapy cat house, just because the previous owners that stayed here had so many cats. And I'm not talking 5 cats or something, I'm talking a few of them, like quite a few of them, because all of these rooms literally smelled like cat piss. And throughout the whole winter until now, we have kept all of the windows in every single room open to get rid of the smell, and successfully we have. The smell has completely cleared up, and we even cleared up some of the floor because loads of cats that stayed here would piss, of course, on the floor and walls. So yeah, it's really strange for cats to behave that way because normally they're not like that. So yeah, the owners probably did not take good care of them at all. But we have cleaned out the floors, and like I said, the smell is completely gone. So now it's just to work on the interior and exterior, and so far it's going pretty good, but it needs definitely loads of work. I know you've seen a lot of yard work in the past few videos, but it's only gonna be for a little while. Just because the grass here is pretty long too, and I'm using an ancient grass cutter and it's pretty fun. Once I had enough with cutting grass, I went inside and started to clean the window and the floor because we previously painted the walls and some paint got on the floor, but it was surprisingly really easy to clean it off. This room also sucks a lot of paint in, so we will be using wallpapers for this room to brighten it up. Also, if you're new here, I'm not a professional, so I'm just learning as I go and as well as doing things on a budget. I see this as a good thing because it makes me feel like I can do anything, and sometimes you have to learn to do things on your own in order to actually get moving and to not need to depend or rely on anyone. But I do appreciate any tips you'd have, and constructive criticism is always appreciated. Also, if you have any ideas that you'd like to share, comment down below and I'll be very sure to respond. After I had finished cleaning the floor, I then moved on to cleaning the door, and like I did mention earlier, we did keep all the windows open during the whole winter and also until now, just because I did mention that there was a lot of cat piss in here and it was closed off for like 10 years, so you can imagine what the stench must have been in here. But of course it successfully worked, so there is no more smell. But because of the cold and then the humid, it did form a few molds in some places, mainly the doors, but that's just about it, so I'm just scraping that away. And then here outside you can see the lush greenery, it's absolutely beautiful. And then the two sheds that are over there, we're going to be painting that also in black just so that it matches the theme, and we'll be transforming it into a little mökki, as we call it in Finland. Moving on to the other room, I started tearing down some excess wallpaper and getting it ready for the new wallpaper that's going over. We measured the walls and started trimming the wallpaper, and we had to place it together just to make sure that it goes on smoothly without any wrinkles. And then I just repeat the process. I'm now cutting up some white wallpaper, but it's not for this room, it's for the first room that I showed you. I mentioned that we tried painting the walls, but the paint just kept getting sucked in, so for that reason we're just using wallpaper, and also just because I feel like wallpaper can really brighten up the room and give it that fresh new look. Mind you, we want to make each room to be unique and to stand out. I'm also cutting out some small pieces to put them on the entryway. Okay, so today's video is going to be a little bit more different. So for the past few days we've been cleaning this house, putting wallpapers and just making it look more better. And today this house has two sheds, and there's one shed that I really want to focus on, but it's filled with things, and personally I really love to clean. I love cleaning big messes and everything, so got myself a little COVID suit, if you will. Got also the gloves, pretty good gloves, and we're gonna try and sort this shed out. And we did have a look at it a while ago, and we did do a proper look at it, I think it was yesterday or 2 days ago when we were here, and I was like, I really want to clean this. But there's like so much things. It's filled with things. There's carpets and things just mixed up all together, and it's all very, very old. Like this hasn't been cleaned out in probably over 10 years, if not more. And if anything, behind that shed used to be a chicken place where chickens like would roam around and such. So yeah, there's that too. But This shed has potential. We want to turn it into a mini version of this house. Of course, we will be painting the house the same color as this house from the outside, and then the interior in the shed is going to be pretty similar to how we are imagining it here to be. So I guess, I don't know really what else to say, but I guess we'll start. I look like a freaking egghead. Yeah. Okay, I don't know how well you can hear me because I'm wearing this face mask that I found. We are officially inside this shed. And as you can see, it is not looking really pretty at the moment. But my strategy as of now is to just collect as many things as I possibly can, and one moment. With the help of this. So yeah, I got this to sweep things and whatnot. But this is gonna be my protective shield. So before I even attempt to move anything at all, I'm gonna be poking whatever it is that I'm moving, just so that nothing comes to life, because I need to be prepared for that. But anyways, let's start, shall we? I don't want to be all dramatic and all, but what kind of an animal you have to be to bite a pillow like this? Like I kid you not, this looks like this has been properly bitten. I assume it's from a dog or something like that, but oh my god. Yeah, no. Look what I found. Isn't that so cool? Look at this. This is like ancient. And then I also found this. I'm not exactly sure what this is for, but yeah. So this used to be the old chicken coop, and yes, this also needs to be cleared out, but believe it or not, this can be turned into a mini bathroom for sure. the mosquitoes are coming in. I want to remove this for a moment because, whew. Yeah. That feels so much better. So I have pretty much sorted out a few things. Of course, I did not completely finish. Most likely I'm gonna get rid of everything tomorrow because I am coming back. We're coming here pretty much every day at this point just so that we can clean as much as possible. And as you can tell, the walls and especially the roof in this shed is really, really nice. Also, excuse my hair. It's been an egghead for some time. But anyways, as you can tell, the shed itself is really good. The only thing is that the floor is a little bit wobbly on some spots. But other than that, oh my god, they're attacking me. But other than that, the shed is really good and I am just imagining how beautiful and cozy this is gonna look like. Both as an Airbnb for summer and winter. Like, this is gonna look absolutely amazing. Like, I can already just see the vision, and as I'm collecting all of these things, pieces, wood, whew, I'm gaining so much vision and how this place is gonna look like. Tomorrow we're also gonna be sorting out all of this, so we're gonna pretty much have to rent a trailer in the next few days and to throw it somewhere because of course we cannot put all of this in one bin. This all has to be separated and sorted. But the one thing that we're definitely gonna keep from the shed is the wood, because believe it or not, the wood is in good condition and it can be used for pretty much almost anything. So we're going to be keeping that, and then in the next few days we're hoping to remove this floor, put a new floor, or you know, build something, I guess. And from there carry on with building this beautiful Airbnb, and then eventually everything is gonna look exactly like we imagined it. Good morning, and as you can tell, I have a little friend here. This is another cat that came in, and not by one cat, I mean 2 cats. The other one is eating. And this one's name is Lily. She's a girl, obviously. And she's such a cutie. She looks so cute. Yeah, what a cutie. And then we have another one. I think his name was Masse. I don't know if you can see him. So these cats, they're indoor cats, but they as well as love to go out. So the woman, the owner, actually gave me their harnesses and their leashes so that if I'd like to, I can walk them. And of course I'm gonna walk them. I'm aiming to walk them at least 2 to 3 times a day just because, yeah, they really love to, especially the redhead one. He loves to go outside, and it's funny because these two, they are siblings, and they have the same fathers but different moms apparently. And it's so cute how they look similar but they're just in different colors, and their personalities is so different. Example, Lily on the other hand is so the redhead apparently really likes to steal Lily's food, so I have to make sure that both of them end up eating the same amount. But as I was saying, their personalities are just so different. Example, Lily is very cautious. She doesn't like loud noises. She doesn't like any loud environments. Whereas Masse is the total opposite, and in fact he acts like a dog, like a golden retriever, but in a very cute way. Example, when he sits down, his tail is like wagging just like a dog would, and he just has very doggish characteristics. I've never seen a cat with that kind of character, so it's really nice to see all the different cats that I've been getting. I think this is a really fun way to get to know all the cats and all their different breeds and personalities. I think it's so fun. But I'm gonna let them eat and then we're gonna start walking them. And that was pretty much it for this house renovation video. I genuinely enjoyed this process of making both houses into something better without losing its charm. I hope you enjoyed it as well, and I'm looking forward to see you in the very next video. Bye!